If you missed it, I'm gonna tell you exactly what was revealed about the One Piece live action season 2 on Netflix Tudum Live. So Netflix has been teasing this quite a bit on their Instagram page for One Piece live action, and basically they said that they're gonna reveal something in the Netflix Tudum Live. I had no idea what Netflix Tudum Live was, so I did my research, and apparently Netflix Tudum is like their news page or something, and Tudum is basically what you hear at the start of every show, like Tudum. That was really bad. Basically, Tudum Live is when they have it live, I guess in Los Angeles or somewhere, who cares, Hollywood, whatever, and they have the cast there and they have an audience, paid tickets, whatever, but they also have it going live on Netflix. So I did my research, I checked out when it was gonna be, what time. It's currently 3 a.m. for me, so I really compromised on my sleep in order to get these news out to you guys. So let me have a rundown of exactly what was revealed and what we got to see. So all the way from the start of the live, they kept teasing One Piece and Squid Games, and I think it's maybe because they wanted to get it out of the way first, because I don't know, maybe this is just me, because I'm probably just a fan of Squid Games and maybe Bridgerton, but nothing else. Like I don't watch anything else of the other shows. And I'm thinking, just analyzing, maybe most of the fans were just like me, like mostly interested in the Squid Games and One Piece, and maybe they wanted to get it out of the way. I don't know, but that's also counterintuitive, because having the best thing at the start will mean more fans will leave earlier. So probably they kept the best for the last, but these were the best for me. Anyway, tangent over. Basically, I had my eyes peeled on the screen, like snapping every single detail I could find, and I took some notes. It all started when I was born. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. It all started with a backstage interview with Jackie Ton and what's his name? The Zoro guy? Makenyu? I think that's his name. Makenyu said something about we can talk about season 3. Is that okay? Something like that. I couldn't really hear what he said at the start. The microphones were really acting up, like you could barely hear any coherent sentences. Either way, anyway, she asked him about it, and they were like, we can't reveal anything, la la la. We're on camera. And then she was like, oh, okay, these cheerleaders can like cover the screen for us, block the view, and they can talk. But then obviously all of this is planned, and then they were like, oh, well, they were talking about season 3, what's gonna happen is that aliens are gonna come, la la la. Like, that's what you hear from, like, that's what the microphone picks up. Everything else is just blah, 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 blah. BS. They're not talking about anything. Let's talk about the crew and their energy. Inaki was all over the place. He was so chaotic, so happy and energetic to just be there. And I just felt like everyone was just perfectly conveying their character's energy. And then we had Jacob, who was chill but also funny indirectly. And at the same time, when like the review was over, the interviewer was like, oh, okay, thank you, you told me so much, you revealed so much. And then Jacob was like, oh no, I didn't. He was like, wait, yeah, Jacob was like, Netflix, I didn't say anything. I just want you to know I didn't say anything. And then Emma was like the structured one, as always, in the team, but also super excited, super happy. And one thing I really liked, and one thing that I've really liked overall about this cast, is that they really seem to like each other. I mean, not just for the show, but they generally seem to like each other and get well along. And they said it all themselves, that what's the thing that they're looking most forward to, and they said that they got to meet each other, that they got to be with their family, la la la. They're each other's family, you know. And then we have Taz, I think his name is Taz? Sanji? Taz? I think so. He was also, I think, like, he's more the laid back type, so he was also a bit more structured, but also super excited. I really liked seeing them all be so excited. Now let's flip the page. what happened after that. After that, some, I don't know, wrestling guys or whatever came out scream, I don't know that stuff. And then they were talking about One Piece. And that's when the cast was called on stage. And this is the first time they're on stage at this point. And they get a really cool introduction where they're like behind the screen. Okay, I'm just gonna show it, whatever. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to show this. I guess it's okay. Basically an introduction that they have 100 million fans all over the world, and they just wrapped filming in South Africa. Once the introductions were over, they led everything to, oh, everything is gonna be bigger in this season, bigger sets, bigger food, bigger this, bigger that. And then Iñaki said, Luffy, he was like, we're also gonna have a bigger crew. And everyone know what that means. And they did what we all least expected. They actually showed us Chopper for once, finally, after teasing it for so long. And personally, guys, I'm obsessed. He looks so adorable. He looks so cute. He even had his mannerism with the hiding on the wrong side, with being like, oh, I need a doctor. Right, I'm a doctor. And then the whole falling thing. And then he did the whole introduction and stuff. He said, I'm gonna talk about it. And then he talks about it. And then everyone's like, good job, Chopper. You did such a good job. And then he's like, shut up. Wait, how was it? He was like, shut up. I don't need your clapping, you jerks. And then he starts dancing. And then he's like, I mean it. No. I'm obsessed. He's so cute. I cannot believe that they actually showed him to us at last. I've been like stalking everywhere that I can to get a glimpse or anything. And the closest I got was someone was theorizing. I don't really know who. If this sounds familiar to you, then do let me know who said this. But someone was theorizing that they wanted to make the reveal early before the next season is out, so that if there's backlash, it's gonna be in the beginning and it's not gonna be when the show is out. So it's not gonna be like a shock, like a surprise. So we get to know it a bit earlier. I still think that it's super late, but I'm pretty sure they have to work pretty hard to get all of those animations. I mean, it's upsetting that he's not real. I wish he was real. In our hearts he is, but I'm really happy with how they made him. And I really like the voice as well, voice actor, whoever it is. I don't think it's revealed yet. Is it? I don't know. Let me know. So what are your thoughts? What do you think about this reveal? Do you think that it's enough for this whole build up, the whole teaser and everything? Or do you still feel like they could have done more?